Backtesting looks great. Live trading? Not always. Hey everyone, Marine here from Algo Trading Space team. About a month ago I created a Darwinex Zero account with the new architect Algo EA. I backtested the robot before that, picked several currency pairs and timeframes to be traded, and placed the robot in the set files. Now almost 1 month later, I want to show the real results, to run the backtest again with the set files and settings that I am using, and to compare the backtest and live trading results. Stay with me until the end of the video, because the things that I will show you might surprise you a lot. Let's jump into the screen. So I'm on the architect Algo page on Algo Trading Space, and I scroll down a little bit to the track record, where you can see the account that is running for almost a month now. And actually, if I make it a table view, you can see this is architect Algo, instant funding account with Darwinex Zero, and by the time of recording, the account made almost 1.7% profit, and that's for 24 days earning. And before I show you the track record, let me show you actually the Darwinex Zero account. You can see here the return, the max drawdown since the beginning of the account, and actually this seems to be a very successful account for Darwinex. You can see that for the first month it made 4.5% profit, then currently it's 1.33, and overall it's almost 6% profit, and this is fully automatic. And the other thing that I find interesting here is the risk engine, which multiplies my trades by 2, which means that the risk engine finds this strategy as very good, so they add to the positions. But let me show you the track record now. As you can see, a very stable balance line, a very stable performance here, and if I go to the floating profit and loss chart, you can see that overall the account didn't win that much on a big floating loss. Here we have minus $800, which for $100,000 account is less than minus 1%. Let me go to the stats, charts, and floating profit and loss hourly to see how this looks. In reality, we can see here one floating loss of minus 1.5%. So you can see the stable performance of this account. But what I really want to see is how this account performs on the backtest for the same time and for the same settings. So I will just go to the summaries. So from here I can change the view to focus on the currency symbol, on the magic number, but what I want to see is the different strategies. So because of this, I just downloaded the orders report here and imported back into Google Sheets. Now let me show you something and how I analyze the reports. So I'll just select the whole table, pressing Ctrl+A on my Windows keyboard, and then I will insert a pivot table, which will allow me to make different types of filtrations. So first of all, I want to filter by only the closed orders. Then I want to add the net profit. This will be the thing that we will be using to compare. And finally, I want to add the order comment here in the rows. And by making this, I can clearly see the strategies which I'm trading and what is the net profit for each. Now let me show you what the backtest show and if this matches the performance. I'll go to my trading platform, and actually I have already run the backtests, and you can see the strategies which I'm trading. This is a Darwinex Zero account, and here I'm trading the architect Algo EA. And by the way, you can get a free license for this robot through our free EAs campaign. So if you go to the homepage of Algo Trading Space and click on the free EAs, you can find information about this campaign and you can read the terms here. And I'll scroll a little bit to this section, and you can see here that we have several brokers participating and different robots for which you can get one free EA license. So if you want to get a free license for this robot, you just need to open an account with Darwinex Zero using our link, and then to provide some information here. And in order to qualify for a license for this robot, your account must be under the tier 2 group, because this robot is here at the bottom. You can see architect Algo. So to qualify, you just need to subscribe to the 3-year plan with Darwinex Zero, then fill the form which I showed you before, and we will review your application and get back to you. And don't forget that if you use code PETCO, you can get 5% extra discount from the 3-year plan. Darwinex Zero is a great platform for testing your strategies, and if the strategies perform well, you can attract investor capital, receive capital allocation fees, and like they say here, get paid as a hedge fund manager, and actually just by risking the monthly subscription fee. Let me get back to the trading platform now, and like I said, this is the setup I'm running. You can see here several charts. I'll put a link to the video where I have made the initial setup with this account and explain how I did it. But to recap, I just made a backtest of all the settings and strategies in the architect Algo, and then for every strategy I just picked different currency pair and time frame, so I have balanced exposure. Also, I have used few other strategies for which there were set files provided, and one of the strategies actually I tried to create by myself. I try to replicate the vigorous but with less martingale element, and I'll show you what happened. Now here the backtest, which I run freshly, you can see the backtest period, actually, which is since the beginning of the account until the end of the month. I don't know why the first one didn't catch up at the beginning. That's why I'm going to be focusing on the other tests. And let's see the strategy. The strategy is for Euro USD. This is the name of the strategy. And we can see that according to the backtest, it made over $1,000 of a profit. And if I switch to the orders to see the actual performance, I can see a pretty close result here. Then let's see what's the performance of strategy 1. We have it here, strategy 1. It made $60 of a profit. And if I go here, I can see actually on the real trading account, we have just $11 profit with the strategy. Then with strategy 2, we have almost $50. And here, according to the backtest, we have 32. And strategy 3, 4, and actually strategy 5 is a losing one, minus $136. And strategy 5 here, let me find that one. It's losing here again. And actually the result is pretty similar. And I can see that it made almost the same loss with 4 trades. And actually let me add the count of trades. So I'll just add the ticket as a value, and it will be the count of tickets. So I can easily see now the number of orders and the net profit for each. And back to the trading platform, and I can see that in reality for this strategy we have 3 trades, and here we have 4 according to the backtest. And guys, this is actually a very good example. So eventually I might actually drop this strategy from the account, but let's look at that one, the strategy which I created. Like I said, I tried to modify the vigorous strategy in order not to open that big number of trades. And you can see actually that according to the backtest, the strategy didn't perform that well at the moment. You can see that. But if I go to the orders, you can clearly see this strategy made almost 200 trades and is one of the most profitable, actually the second most profitable strategy. So I will continue trading this strategy, and probably I'll add few more to the account. Now I can see strategy 2 and 3, they made just 1 and 2 trades, so they do not contribute drastically to the account, and I might remove them because they are just taken from the RAM, and we have already 8 charts here. And actually I plan to add few more strategies to this setup, because earlier today, before I started to record the video, I received this email that there is an update in the Architect Algo, version 2 is released. There is an overview about what's included, and one of the things that I want to test is that we have new folder which includes 2 new strategies, one for gold and one for S&P 500. Also the logic about the breakout session is improved here, but let me show you actually what do you get with this robot. So this is the zip folder which I have downloaded, and here I have the tutorial set files, the ones which I've been using so far in this video. And also we have the extras folder, we have the community set files. I traded strategy, but it doesn't have many trades. Actually, according to the backtest, it made just 3 losing trades, but in reality I don't have any trades in my account with the strategy. And we have one more new folder, Open AI set files, experimental. This is for the vigorous. And actually guys, the Architect Algo EA has a built-in AI filter which you can turn on and off. The way it works is actually it uses ChatGPT to check whether or not the time is good to buy and sell. So it's a very interesting feature in this robot, and I plan to use this in one of my future strategies that I'll create. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, now is the perfect time to do it, so you don't miss that video. Let me go back to the screen now. So before I wrap up the video, let me just take the beta set files and I'll backtest them. So I'll go to the MetaTrader platform, file, open data folder. I'll place the files in the MQL profiles tester folder like this, and then I will run experiments with them. I'll pause the video right now so I can run the experiments, and once they are ready, I'll show you the performance and I will tell you whether or not I'm going to use these new robots. So here are the results of the backtest for the gold strategy and for the S&P 500 strategy, and also I have tested them with the new version of the robot because it includes the breakout features and improvements, and as you can see they look very good. The first strategy made 6 trades and 0.3% return. The second actually made almost 3% return. I suppose it trades with a higher risk. I need to dig further into the strategy to see how it works, but let me open the stats for the first one, and you can see a stable performance, just a few trades so far, quite short trade duration, and I believe I'm going to be trading this strategy. Before I do this, I'll just run a longer backtest, like since the beginning of 2017, and like I said in my previous video, Darwinex is a great platform for this kind of tests because they provide real tick data since 2017, and nowadays it's very tough to find a platform that has this amount of historical data trade in their platform. So like you saw, the backtesting and live trading don't always match. It's very tough guys actually to simulate the conditions that we have in the strategy tester and those that we have in the real trading. In the real trading we have slippage, we have order delays, we have different factors that affect the trading, while in the backtest everything is perfect. Even though I have simulated the backtest with some random delay and some other factors that try to simulate this real trading experience. In reality, the best way to test a strategy is first on a demo account to evaluate the performance for several months, and if you find the strategy a good one, you can then decide whether or not to trade on a live account. I will continue my backtesting of the 2 new set files from the architect Algo after the video. And like I said, if you guys want to get this EA for free, check out our free EA campaign. We just started and hopefully we'll add more and more robots to that one in the future. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.